big mad. I see you big mad. Walk around hurting, looking big sad. I'll be walking.
What's going on, everybody? I forgot. He's drunk as already.
I thought once we say go, like you ready,
no.
Everybody take a shot.
All right, come on.
I gotta get more. Hold up.
It's right here.
All right, there we go. When you said go, I thought you was just going.
No, we're supposed to introduce ourselves.
We gotta introduce.
Oh, I ain't know. Come on now. I don't know the rules.
You are
I
terrible.
don't know the rules now. All right, here we go. Woo, that felt good too.
No, okay. On the bottom, not in the frame.
Nobody can see it. There we go.
You ready?
Okay.
Wait.
So whose name am I saying and who's saying famous? So I know. I want to get this right.
All right, famous gotta go last, so we're gonna say we're purple and Lee and famous.
But who's saying famous?
We gonna say famous.
We're gonna say famous. Come on.
That's my mom.
See, this is why.
That's my mommy.
This is why we don't have guests.
Hey, Mike, I'll call you right back. Hello? Hey, Mike, let me call you back. I'm gonna give me like 15 minutes. I'm gonna call you back, okay? All right. My mom knew that company, she'd kill me. She'd be like, don't you know you're supposed to be social distance?
You supposed to be what?
Social
Wait, is
distancing.
this live? Hold up. She's on Instagram.
Yes,
this is horrible.
this is live.
Mom,
She's
I'm
not-
sorry, Mom.
She's not on our Instagram. It's okay.
Whoosh. Got me sweating
Oh
up in
my
here.
God.
Hey, what's
Go.
up? All right.
What's going on, everybody? I'm Aaliyah Michelle.
And I'm purple.
And I'm
this is-
famous. She said, I'm Aaliyah Michelle, and I'm purple.
We are going to say
Whose name am I saying and who's saying famous? So I know. I want to get this right.
All right, famous gotta go last, so we're gonna say we're purple and Lee and famous.
But who's saying famous?
We gonna say famous.
We're going to say famous.
She said, I'm Aaliyah Michelle, and I'm purple.
We are going to say
But
your
y'all,
name.
she said, I'm Aaliyah Michelle, and you said, and I'm purple, so why can't I say, and I'm famous?
All right, you can say your name. Come on.
Yeah.
No.
Wait,
Yeah.
let me say famous, and then we say we're purple and Lee.
Okay.
Yeah. And famous. Good.
What's going on, everybody? I'm Aaliyah Michelle.
And I'm purple.
And I'm famous.
And this is Cocktails and Convo.
With purple.
And Lee.
And famous.
Can you wait? Why are you trying to drink already?
What is the time to drink?
First, we have to introduce what we are wearing, because every episode we said we're going to wear something from another black entrepreneur.
And that's not what that is. That's not
I'm
what
black,
that is at all.
and I'm an entrepreneur, so.
It's okay.
Okay.
Go ahead, Lee. What you wearing?
I'm wearing a Compton City sweatsuit from Nadira Shakur. Shout out to her.
Shout out to Lee dressed like all in the way of her shirt.
I know I can't even show
But
the...
all in all, I'm wearing Pretty Boss, and it's a lot going on this shirt. But I'm gonna read it to y'all anyway. It say, an empowered woman taking control of her career, dreams, and life while looking good doing it. So, Pretty Boss LLC is a company out of Atlanta. The CEO, she's super cool, and I met her, I think, 2 trips ago when I went to Atlanta. So this is one of her. She got a bunch of like stuff for female entrepreneurs. So she got like makeup brushes and coffee mugs and all of that jazz. So definitely go check her out. It's at Purple.
I want to say purple.
At Pretty Boss Inc. No, at PrettyBossLLC.com. I always mess up people's Instagram.
So you've been drinking already? And I'm wearing Mickey Mouse. This is from, I believe it was Lids, but they changed it, right? Then they changed it to like...
It's something else, right?
Yeah, they call it something up.
Is Liz even a black entrepreneur?
Is it? They sell
Okay.
black clothes. There's a lot of black people in there when I brought it.
That's to be determined.
But,
There was a lot of black people in there when you brought it?
yeah, but yeah, it's an old shirt, and I'm just happy to be here to drink with these beautiful ladies.
Yes, Famous is going to disappear after we take these drinks.
Literally.
So,
I'm about to roll away.
our drinks today is, we're taking shots of tequila, and we're drinking a cider. You'll see the cider when we hold the bottle up.
Yeah.
I ain't take the label off. But come on, cheers to our quarantine episode.
Quarantine and chill, quarantine and chill.
and chill.
Mm-hmm. We all slow with it, we won't spill nothing.
Oh, that's not bad.
Oh, that's good. Smooth. Real smooth.
All right.
So, you know, we had a couple polls. There were some, where's the notes?
Famous, what are you doing?
Oh, all right. I guess I gotta go. Bye, y'all. Hey, man, y'all just make me drink and leave? Forget y'all.
All right, y'all. So we gonna actually
forget famous. He
start
is
this
one of the
episode.
people.
Every now and then, y'all gonna see him. He's supposed to come to Charlotte with us, and he missed his flight. That's what happened.
Now, if y'all don't talk about me, I'm about to come back on camera.
Okay, never mind. We're sorry.
Well, famous is one of the people that we are about to talk about who have been affected by the coronavirus.
Big time. So go ahead.
So one of the first questions that we're going to talk about, of course, is the coronavirus?
That's what's that, part 2?
Is the coronavirus affecting you? You go first, baby.
So far it's only affected me like in 1.5 ways, if that makes sense. So I had plans to start something that was supposed to start on May 11th, and that was postponed to a later date. So I don't even know when it's going to start. I don't know what's up with that. But I also had a couple of events that I was supposed to be part of that was canceled. So it was one on the 21st, which was Saturday that just passed, and then one on the 27th, which is this Friday. And then my kids are home, I don't mind my kids being home because they're like of age, they're pretty grown, so they don't really bother me that much. But those are the 2 ways that 1.5, whatever the case is with that. So what about you?
I don't know. It didn't really bother me as far as work because I'm still working. My job is still fortunately open.
And you've been there for like 18 years. So
First off, I've been there for 10
Same.
and a half. Yeah, I've been with my job for a pretty long time, so my job is safe, and we're still considered essential personnel because we the travel industry. So that's been pretty good. It's actually been pretty good having my son home, my niece home. I've been spending a lot of time with my family.
Mm-hmm.
Now, negatively, yes, a lot of the shows that I was supposed to perform at, I was supposed to have 6 shows by now, all canceled.
Damn.
Right. So that's like
Yeah, that's
yeah, and I was supposed to go on a couple dates, and that's canceled too.
right. And you know what's happening now? Everybody wants you to come over. And
Yeah.
like you can't even blame them because you can't go
No, I
anywhere.
don't blame you. Don't try to use this coronavirus as a reason to ask me to come
This
to
is
your
an
house.
advantage
That's not
for
what
niggas.
happened. Yeah, I had to cancel a couple dates. And that's about it, really. Other than that, I guess it hasn't really affected me much. I'm not sick. Nobody around me is sick. Still in good health, so I guess that's something to be grateful for.
Definitely.
But for the poll, we asked this on Instagram, and people said 42% of people said they were affected. 58% people said no. People were having the same things as canceled events. People are pregnant and still have to work, working from home, no childcare, messing with people's money or no income at all, and cabin fever.
Yeah, I see a lot of what I had made a post and was like, it seemed like you can't make anybody happy. It seemed like the people that still have to go to work don't want to, and the people that's not going to work want to.
I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I don't. Even though it hasn't affected me in a negative way, it did impact my job tremendously. Like, we usually have almost 150 to 160 flights per day.
Yeah, that's crazy.
80 of them being in the morning. We now have only like maybe 35 to 40 flights.
And that's a big difference.
Big difference. And even on the flights, it's like going out with maybe one person.
Yeah, that's
2
crazy.
people, no bags.
I was saying, like, me and my girls, we should all get a ticket on the same flight and do like a soul plane type situation. Like, play some music and turn up on the
I
flight.
thought about doing that, and then I'm too scared that I'm going to fly somewhere and they're going to have a lockdown and I can't get back home. So
Right.
I ain't got time to be
Yeah,
playing
because
with
I
it.
was supposed to go to Atlanta and my girlfriend wanted to go with me. She was like, let's drive. She was like, I don't really know how I feel. And then flights is like super cheap. A lot of people was talking about that. I think a round trip flight to Atlanta, because I was supposed to go to Atlanta this coming weekend, is $35.
Can't beat that.
Round trip. You don't know if you're going to make it back home.
Exactly. So please be safe with that.
All right, so this stemmed from a question. I had asked, would you be mad if somebody you're dating or dealing with lied to you about what they do for a living?
Yes. Oh, go ahead. You done, was you done asking the question?
He's like, yes.
Oh.
Most people now, and I gave examples like, say I'm a cook at the Cheesecake Factory when I really flip burgers at McDonald's. or like just like
yeah, I'm be fucking me.
or listen, what if I don't give you like all the details? Like I say I'm a cook when I really flip burgers at McDonald's. Like
that's
technically,
no, that's a stretch. Because being a cook means that you're preparing it, you're seasoning it, you're doing all that. And when you flipping burgers, you pulling out frozen
put it on there and
put it on the grill, and that's it. Like, no, that's a stretch.
So this question was, what's something you lied to someone about? Because a lot of people is like, lying ain't cool, lying never cool, it don't matter what you do, da-da-da-da. So I'm like, okay, everybody these holy saints, but I'm pretty sure y'all lied to somebody about something, right?
Right.
So most people are saying that they lied about where they live.
Oh, I do that all the time.
Oh yeah, I know. We had this conversation. You lived what, in Northeast on Cecil B. Moore
I've
one
lived
day?
on North and Cecil B. Moore. I've lived in Northeast. I've lived in Atlanta and just been traveling back and forth over here for the summer. Only because I don't.
Wait, you lived in Atlanta, Lee?
I lived in Atlanta. I can't tell you where or what. But I lived in Atlanta. I was only in Philly for the summer visiting.
See, that's how you get caught in your lies, because if you say you live somewhere that you really don't live and you don't know the area, people start asking you questions.
I'm very paranoid about people knowing where I live.
I am too.
So when I first start talking to people, unless it's somebody I already know. If I already know you, then 9 times out of 10 you know where I live.
If you don't know where I live, then it's going to take some time for you to figure it out.
But now I don't really lie about where I live. That was mainly when I was younger. Because, like, living with my mom and my dad, but they were strict. They didn't want nobody coming to the house and nothing like that. So I would always lie about where I lived at. But now, I just don't tell you.
See, I'll tell you what area I live in. I'm not telling you exactly where I live. So I live in South Philly. And people are like, where at in South Philly? I'll be like, you can't, like, South Philly is not enough? Like, well, I gotta tell you where at in South Philly. Like, just South Philly. And I know South Philly it's not that big to me, but it does cover a nice little area. So, but my thing is, I don't need you to know exactly where I live, only because I've been, like, full-blown stalked before, more than once. And I don't like the fact that I might come out my house and see somebody that I'm not ready to see.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't get why people think that's okay to do. But yeah, I don't tell people where I live. If you do know where I live, then either I already know you or you've probably seen me coming out. Even if you see me coming out, I probably still lie. Like, this ain't my house.
This is my cousin's house. Somebody else said that they lied about seeing other people when they first met someone. So they said that they wasn't dealing. Now, this had to be back in the day, because I feel like at this point in our life, everybody know when you initially meet somebody, odds are they talking to somebody else. Even if they not like full blown in a whole relationship.
Right.
Yeah, like
I feel like that's for anybody though.
Yeah, there's no way you meet somebody they just secluded from the.
But then again, you never know. That's not necessarily true sometimes though.
I mean, sometimes, most of the time. Now you do have people who do they like seclusion. I have my moments where like I'm just not entertaining anything or anybody, but
that's true.
That's rare. All right, what's your next one?
All right, my next one is, what advice would you give to someone trying to date you? We had people comment and say, somebody said, be authentic, be patient. Somebody said, I'm a peacock, you gotta let me fly. Whatever the fuck that means.
That was really an answer on the question, and I'm like, what? What does that mean? And when I DM'd him and asked him, of course he didn't never get back to me. So if he does, I'll give y'all, let y'all know.
I'll try to elaborate and say that means they want to be free.
Free, yeah. So what does that mean though? Like, do you want to be how free?
That's a pretty vague answer.
Do you want to be?
So whoever left that comment, Mr. Peacock, can you please let us know what it means?
It was definitely a he too.
I could tell. A peacock gotta let me fly. That don't sound like some shit.
Something a female would say.
So I'm gonna go and say it was a guy.
All right. So what's the advice that you would have on somebody that's dating you? If you had to tell them one thing,
I would tell them to be patient. Give me space, but at the same time, kind of like be up on me. Like, I don't know. It's weird. Because I don't like when people are too
clingy,
pushy.
Okay.
Like, I do like effort, but I don't like when someone is like down my throat every 5 minutes. Yeah. So at the end of the day, I'm the type of person that will text you and put my phone down. And it's not purposely. It's like I'm probably doing something with my son, or maybe definitely. I'm at work or something like that. So it's not me trying to purposely not get back to you. It's just that I do want to talk to you. I do want to hit you up and see what's going on with you, but at the same time, I got shit going on. So it's not me purposely trying to ignore you, but just And also, please make plans. I don't always want to be the person to have to make plans with people and do stuff. If you want to do something with me, don't be like, well, I'll do whatever you want to do. That's fine. However, sometimes it's nice to hear, oh, what you doing today? All right, be ready by 7. I'm coming to pick you up.
So, it's funny because I had like a little jam session on the way here, right? Mm-hmm. And I was listening to Good Man. And my favorite part of that song is from the day I put a ring up on your hand in front of friends and fam, I had a plan. And having plans is so important to me. Like, I made a post and I was like, I hate when guys come to you with an idea and then don't have a plan if you're with it. Like, you're supposed to be prepared. Like, if you be like, yo, we should do this. And I'll be like, okay. Don't start asking me questions. Like, you're supposed to be ready. You're supposed to have this set up. My advice is probably to pay attention and learn me because I have a pattern on like how I move and timing and all of that. So face-to-face time and attention and all of that is really important. But if you pay attention to me, you'll know. Like you said, like don't be all on my neck, but still pay. Like you'll know when I want that attention and when to fall back. If you pay attention. Yeah. So I think paying attention is a big part for me. If I had to tell.
Well, who is this? Styles and Smiles?
Yeah.
They do the same thing as me. People hate when my phone be on Do Not Disturb. It's not that I'm trying to like hide or nothing like that. I just don't want to be disturbed.
Oh yeah, you do that to me. I don't like that.
I always have my phone.
No, but my thing is, all right. So even if you don't like answer when I hit you up, I feel like you should at least reply.
So this is what I do.
Respond, and cause you did that to me last night. First of all, let me tell y'all, me and Lee in a relationship for real. It's like strictly platonic, but I'm gonna tell y'all what happens. I'll call Leah and she'll do the automatic text thing like, I'm on the phone, I'll call you back. And never call me back.
Because I really do be forgetting to call people back. Like,
I know, and
on the phone doing something, and I'm like, oh shit, I forgot.
And this is the thing. I feel like guys want you to treat them like friends when it comes to that. Like, if she don't call me back, it's not that big of a deal. If it's somebody I'm dating doesn't call me back, that's an issue.
Right. I understand it. I don't know. It's just a habit. Like,
I'm used to it with this one.
Like, I don't know what it is, but I hate hearing my phone ring. Like, does that make sense?
I have my moments.
I hate
where I don't want to hear my phone.
It's like I don't like hearing my phone ring. I don't want to feel a bitch vibrate. I keep it on Do Not Disturb. But what I do is I got you and like family members, people I talk to on a regular basis, y'all on my favorites.
So if
y'all do call me, I'll answer the phone. But if y'all send text messages or something like that, I'll probably get back if I happen to be looking at my phone.
Yeah, I gotta double text her sometimes. Right. But my thing is, first of all, I rarely, like the only time I'll put my phone on Do Not Disturb is if I'm like legit tired. Like just worked a 16-hour shift and then had to wash clothes and make dinner. Phone's going on Do Not. Especially if I don't gotta go back to work, I'm putting on Do Not. The most I'll do normally is vibrate.
My phone be on Do Not Disturb at work, after work, once I get home. Especially if I'm watching I hate when I'm watching something like somebody like, oh, did you this one? Oh, watch the show. Watch this show. I'm like, all right, I'll watch the show. Then she'll call me like, hey, what's up?
Did you watch it?
Did you watch it? What episode you on? How the fuck am I supposed to watch it if you on the phone with me?
Like, we'll be on the phone and I'll be like, I'm like, what you doing? She's like, oh, I'm watching such and such. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna call you back and see like how it's going. And then like an hour passed, I'm like, so, what you think?
The good thing about Purple is that when she says she's gonna call back, she really do call back.
Real shit.
She really do call back.
Only because I hate when people be like, I'm gonna call you back. And
I don't call back.
Like, shit never happens.
And it don't really even be on purpose. Like,
but no, like I said, when it comes to friends, it's not that big of a deal. When it comes to somebody I'm dating, that's a whole different situation because I feel like the way you start things, if I don't address it, it will continue.
Right.
So if you think that it's okay for you to tell me you're going to call me back and then not call me back, that's going to be something that you're going to start doing on a regular basis. That's not okay. True.
And I be feeling bad, but sometimes I just be like, I don't know what it is. I already have real bad anxiety. I don't be liking when my phone rings, so I just be like, yo, I just need like a peace of mind. I don't want to hear my text messages.
I'm like that with my job.
I don't want to hear
my job call. I be like,
I don't want to hear nothing. Like I turn all that shit off. And if you need to get in touch with me real bad, then you'll call my phone. So I just be like, all right, fuck it. I'm leaving this shit on Do Not Disturb for the rest of the day. It's on Do Not Disturb daily. Like they be like, you want to cut it off? Nope. I don't even care. I'm keeping that shit on.
All right. So this one says, now? Oh wait, I just had a thought. So. If you want to do not disturb, right? I feel like in a dating phase, that's not the time to do it. Now, if it's something that you like to do or that's your thing, that's one thing. But if you're legit trying to get to know somebody, and communication is always key.
That's true.
So even if you want to keep your phone on do not disturb, at least pay attention to it. Because you know this person is gonna now when dating. Because we both see I'm different. Like, all right, it was this one guy I met, right? Mm-hmm. And then like we exchanged numbers, we text for a while, and then we linked up. And one of the things he said was, one of the things I like is that you always on point with your texts. He's like, you be texting right back. That's like, I feel like that's something that, and even if it don't continue throughout the whole joint, like if you supposed to be, when you dating somebody, you supposed to be trying to like make a good impression and all of that. That shit, people pay attention to that shit, and it's not just females, males pay attention to it too.
That is true.
All right, but
yeah, that's like, I'll be wanting.
This is why you single.
That's it. Probably is. I don't be. It's not. I'll be trying to tell people it's really not purposely. Like being as though I'm not in a relationship no more. I don't feel the need or obligation to my phone anymore. So it's like once especially when I'm in a house now that I get to either be with my child or be in the bed watching my shows. I put my phone over there. If it rings, if I answer, I answer. If I don't, I don't. It's just like I know that's a bad thing, especially when you're trying to get to know somebody. They calling you, they texting you, but it's just like. This is just me trying to still get my mind right.
See, when I'm home, it's different. Kinda, only because I'm on call at work. So I still, like, that's the reason why I pay attention to my phone. I'm really big on social media and trying to, like, get the business out there, get the show out there, all of that. So I'm on my phone constantly. So if you hit me up and my phone is in my hand, of course I'm going to hit you back.
Right.
All right, so next question is, does how long someone has been single play a part in whether or not you will take them seriously? So let me.
Go ahead.
Oh, all right.
All right.
36% said yes, and 64% said no. And then we also asked why, if it does matter, why does it matter? So some people said, if they're newly single, I don't take them seriously because everyone needs time to heal. Someone said, so if you're a rebound or not.
Right.
Someone said it does, but it doesn't, because if they've been single for a long time, why? And if they haven't, they're probably not ready to get into anything serious. So, does it matter for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because like most times, especially with well, I don't even want to be biased and say mostly with guys, but I've noticed with a lot of guys, instead of actually taking the time to themselves to really heal and figure out what it is they want, what they might have done wrong, what they can do differently, they hop in the next person's bed. And even if that doesn't necessarily turn into a relationship, now they have a whole new situationship to get over their last relationship. And that's, I feel like, I'm the type of person, I don't open up another door unless the other one is completely closed. I'm not going to sit here and a week after a breakup, I'm in another man's bed like, oh yeah, this is bae. Like, I just don't, I don't feel like it's genuine. I feel like you're only doing it to pass the time because you're used to the companionship. And that's
you
need
not used to being alone.
You're not used to being by yourself. And a lot of people are scared to be by themselves. So if you sit here and tell me, oh, I was in a 7-year relationship and we just broke up last month, I'm kind of looking at you like,
you need a little more time.
I'm going to give you a little more time. We could get to know each other.
Right.
We could be cool, but I wouldn't even want to explore anything deeper with you because I don't really know if that's over.
Right.
Now, depending on what happened in the relationship, it could probably really be fucking over. But with that much history and that much time to be with somebody and dealing with somebody to really sit up here and say, oh, I'm done, I probably wouldn't believe it. So, yes, it does matter how long you've been single.
Okay. For me, it definitely matters, but it's not a determining factor. So, first of all, you have to be open to talking about what happened in your past relationship.
Right.
Doesn't matter if it was 2 years ago or 2 weeks ago. I feel like I had somebody who every time I asked them about their ex, they like got defensive. Why you want to talk about the past? Let's talk about the future. And I'm like, okay. Something is up.
Like,
and then when I asked why they broke up, it was two different situations I asked, and it was two different answers I got. So that was a red flag. So it all matters. It definitely matters why things ended. And a lot of times I feel like I kind of dismiss the reason why, only because there's two sides to every story.
Right, it definitely is.
And I don't have her side, so I only have his side, and I'll take it, but with a grain of salt.
I feel like you gotta take it. Of course, you're gonna take it and listen to it 'cause it's the person that you're dealing with, but I feel like eventually you'll start to see little things that might have been, this is probably why the fuck. Because I always do it. At the end of the day, it's never like I'm going to really go digging and find your ex and be like, oh, well, we need to talk because I'm dating. We're not doing all that. No. At the end of the day, you got to have that blind faith in whoever it is that you're dealing with and be like, okay, this is what you said. I'm going to take your word for it. However, once you start learning that person, you start to see little traits that you probably really don't like, then you probably like, you know what, this is probably the fuck why that shit ended. And the thing about a lot of guys and females is that they'll never say what they contributed to do. Right. What they contributed. How did they contribute to the end of the relationship? Yep. So that's another thing.
They never tell their partner. I mean, every now and then you'll come across some guys who will, and I commend them on that. But when it comes to the time frame, so would you rather them be single for a short amount of time or a long amount of time? And is there such thing as too long?
No, I don't think there's such thing as too long. I feel like however long you feel like you need to take to get back to your regular self. Because a lot of people, when they're in relationships, they lose their self because they're so focused on trying to figure out what their partner wants and what their partner needs and how they can build and grow, which isn't always a bad thing, but you should always keep time to yourself and remember who you are as an individual, because if today or tomorrow, God forbid, that person is out of your life, who are you? Listen. So it's like, I'm not going to condemn anybody for feeling like they need 2 years to be single. Okay. My whole thing is, if you are planning to be single, when you meet people, you need to make that clear. Right. Because guys will be like, oh yeah, I don't want to be in a relationship, I just want to be single, I want to be by myself. But we want to be with you and do relationship shit. And I feel like as women, we need to be clear. Like, you could go ahead and be single, but while you're being single, know that I'm going to be single too. Yeah, I'm going to be single. But I'm like, what if I'm looking for a relationship and a man tells me that he wants to be single? I'm not going to try to change your mind. No. Because at the end of the day, if that's what you really feel, that's what you really feel. And I'm going to let you feel that. We can still be cool. We can still be cordial. But at the end of the day, I've told you what I was looking for. So if a year from now, we're talking and we're friends and I find Mr. Right, you can't look at me crazy. It's like, I gave you what you wanted, which was a friendship. I can't be in a relationship with somebody that wants to be single. So, I am cool. So, I've realized with me that after being single but so long, I've become complacent and comfortable with being single. Now, because it's one of them things like they say, if you don't use it, you lose it. Yeah. So it's like, now, all right, so I've been single for 3 years. It'll be 3 years. Oh, shit. It's been 3 years. 3 years and some change, actually. It was 3 years on the 11th of this month. So, I know how to be a girlfriend. And I know what to do in a relationship. But shit is different. I feel like shit is different now compared to the relationship I was in, and I feel like the relationship, the next relationship I get into is definitely going to be different. Yeah. Because it's been 3 years in between there. So not have only I changed, but the world changed, the way things goes change. Especially if I was to date somebody my age, because my last relationship, he was 15 years older than me. So you had you a sugar daddy. Hey. Listen, I had 6 cars in 4 years, and I didn't pay for none of them. But we ain't gonna call him a sugar daddy. He was a little more. He was a lot more than that. But so I have my vision and my picture of what a relationship would be like if I was to get into one right now. But I'm also open to that picture being changed, because I know things in this generation is not the same as it was, even though it was only 3 years ago. Yeah, but this generation is just so materialistic and fake. Oh, yeah. I just feel like this generation is fake. Everybody is a savage. Everybody is, I don't need to be in love. Nobody cares about anything. Gives a fuck. And I just everybody's like, well, I don't care. It's okay. It's so fake. And I refuse to sit up here and be like, I don't care. I don't have feelings. Bitch, I'm a crybaby. I'm a cancer. I feel. I love. Listen, I don't give a fuck about what nobody else say. I'm not gonna change my views
about
because of this generation.
all of the crybabies.
I don't care. I'm a crybaby, and I don't care. I'm not afraid.
It takes a lot to get me like.
I'm not afraid to be in my feelings. But the only thing about this generation that I don't really care for is that like you got the people that almost normalize cheating, like it's supposed to be a thing. No, I feel like fuck yeah. Oh, you got all these bitches that be like, oh, he could do whatever in the streets as long as he come home. To
like
me.
These is bitches in like committed relationships or just fucking with them.
Listen, I'm so serious. Like committed relationships.
Oh no.
Guys live. Well, you heard what I said. Oh, as long as he comes home to me, meaning they live together. He out here doing whatever. I've never been a type of female, and I'm not gonna start.
No. See, I always make sure everybody know the difference between like there's talking, there's dating, there's dealing, and then there's in a relationship. I feel like that relationship, that's it. Like, if you dealing with somebody, okay, y'all have an understanding, it's respect, it might be some feelings there, but y'all not committed. Once you in a relationship, that's it.
But people, they still, it's women that sit up here and idolize guys that disrespect them at all ends. Like, they out here fucking with this girl.
Oh, see, I don't talk to them.
And doing this and doing that. And my whole thing is just like, how as a man do you feel like it's okay to go out here and do that to somebody that you call your wife, your queen, your this, your that? Like,
because those words, a lot of
call me anything other than any. If I'm this to you, then I need that same respect back. You're not gonna sit up here and tell me what you want in a relationship and then go do the opposite.
Yeah.
For all that, we might as well not be in a relationship.
Yeah, no, that's
like
not what
guys feel like they can go out here and do whatever. Even some females feel like they can go out here and do whatever and be like, oh, but that's still bae. Like, bitch, are you in a relationship or is this like your dog? No, like at the end of the day, it's joint effort, commitment, reciprocity.
Yeah.
Like if you're gonna be in a relationship, we're adults. So I shouldn't have to tell you what that means to be in a relationship.
Oh, so look, I got a question. When you meet somebody, right?
Yeah.
If y'all initially have an understanding that, you know, y'all not doing nothing too serious, y'all definitely having sex, y'all might go out here and there, but it's no commitment. What do you do now? If this person say they don't want to be in a relationship, now this is initially, and then you not really ready for a relationship either. When that time comes when you are, do you look outside of that situation or do you go to that person and say, this is what I'm ready to do?
If I'm dealing with that person, I would probably, bring it up like, I think I'm ready to settle down or whatever. If they still in their single type, then I would go looking outside.
Now, would you still deal with them in the process of looking outside?
But see, and that's exactly what I'm avoiding right now. Because after being in a relationship and dealing with what I was dealing with, now I know what I do want and what I don't want.
Yep,
and what I want is a relationship where we both put out the same amount. I feel like I was always the one in a relationship doing the most and trying to make it work and compromising and sacrificing. I want to build with somebody where I don't have to sacrifice me being happy or losing myself. So if I want a relationship, I'm trying to meet somebody who's already in their head like they want a relationship. I don't want to be dealing with somebody. I feel like I'm too old for that shit. Like, it was cool when I really didn't know what I wanted when I was younger and I didn't have... I have a son. And I don't want him around a bunch of motherfuckers that I'm just... We just seeing each other today and then they going tomorrow. I want a solid foundation with somebody. So.
See, the good thing with my last relationship is there was definitely a give and take, but it wasn't of the same value. So I was more... emotional and more catering, and he was more financial and material. Okay. So that was his way. You know, we talked about love languages. That was his way of showing his love. He bought things. He spent money. He provided. With me, it was like, oh, babe, how you feeling? How was work? Do you know, stuff like that. So it definitely, the give and take is definitely important because in reality, I feel like the stuff that don't cost money actually costs more.
It means a lot more.
Yeah, like your emotions and your caring and all of that, I feel like it's worth more than buying big ticket price things. Like, it's like, okay, if I lose this or somebody steal it, now I got nothing.
That's true. Like, but that's the thing that a lot of people need to hear, because people feel like, you know, although I am appreciative if somebody thinks about me and buys this or pays
definitely.
for that.
I'm a trinket person.
I'm like, damn, that's
I like
dope.
to wear stuff, and like,
Yeah.
I like the fact that I know it came from someone that I have something with, but everybody else don't. So it's like I'm literally only wearing it, and I say this because like I've had like necklaces and rings and stuff like that. I like the fact that I know and he know, but everybody else don't need to know.
Right.
Whatever it is. So yeah, the material stuff is nice, but I feel like the stuff you remember isn't the material stuff.
It's the moments they really count.
And the way you feel like can't really be bought.
Yeah, like I of course I would love for somebody to be like, oh, I got you this all expense paid trip, but they be like, oh, I got you this trip to go on with you and your girlfriends. I would much rather you know, get us a chef or something in the house or cook in the house.
Yeah,
or
just
be
chill.
together.
Yes.
Don't let that take away from the fact that I do love to travel and I do love vacations.
Oh Lord Jesus.
But
because she do it for free.
But yeah, like I just feel like your time and your effort means a lot to me, especially since I'm somebody that's constantly busy. If I meet somebody and they're constantly busy, it's like just you taking that time out to show me like, oh, all right, I did this, especially for you. I set aside this time out my day for you.
Yes.
That means a lot.
And especially if you're a busy person.
Fuck you.
If you busy and you find like a block of time to set aside, what? If you trying to get the draws, you know. All right, what's the next question?
All right, the next question is, have you ever cheated? 20% of people on Instagram say yes, 80% said no. I was expecting a bigger response.
I was too.
Have you ever cheated, Bert?
When I was 16, I never. Yes, and I'm only gonna talk about this because my baby father don't watch this. But I cheated. I'm a relationship person. Like I have my spreads where like I'm single and I date, but when it comes to like actual intercourse, I've been in like full blown relationships. Most of my sex life has been like 3 years here, 5 years here, like just one person.
Right.
But
oh shit! Here comes the butts.
So I never forget. It was this guy I met in high school. No, middle school, right? We was crushing on each other, blah blah blah. I actually snuck him into my house one time. Now, in middle school, I wasn't having sex. Like it seemed like I was like the person who talked about having sex, but really wasn't having it. Like it seemed like everybody around me was having sex though. So whatever. So I never forget. I snuck him in my house one day. I think I was in like 7th grade, 8th grade, right? And I got scared because I thought I had a real nosy neighbor. I thought my neighbors saw him come in. So I was like, oh no, you gotta leave. So we never did anything, right? Then we linked back up when I was in high school. No, I had already graduated high school. I was like 17. And I was with one of my baby fathers at the time. And yeah, I cheated on him. But like it was like like it wasn't even like worth it. I was just like,
most times it isn't. I feel like it isn't.
yeah, like, and I've never cheated since then because it just seemed, like I said, it wasn't worth it. I was like, I don't get why people cheat. This shit is pointless, especially
why people cheat,
especially when you. All right, so this is what I'll say. I don't get why people cheat when you have a good relationship and you're, you good. If y'all good, now I've never been. Even when times get bad in my relationships, I bounce. I don't cheat. So there's never been a time where at one point I was like, I'm gonna stay with him, but I'm gonna go do this.
Right.
That's never my thought process. It's always, like I said, when I was younger, that one time, yeah. And I think with that, it was more of like, I was curious because we never got a chance to do it in middle school.
Okay.
And then, but once it happened, I was like, this wasn't worth it. Yeah, so anytime I'm with somebody, like I'm in a full-blown relationship, it's like my first thought is always to leave, not to cheat.
That's mine too.
Yeah, like I feel like that's the solution to that. A bad situation. Have you ever cheated?
I don't really know if I can consider it cheating. I always say no. I never.
So
cheated.
cheating to me is
Because I was young. Like, I was, mind you, my mom and my dad, they never said, oh, you're allowed to have a boyfriend. They knew that I talked to guys or whatever,
Right.
but my dad be like, oh, your little friend. It was never your boyfriend. So, and I would explain it to guys that I was talking to. Like, listen, my dad, you know, my mom and my dad are deacons at the church. They don't play that relationship shit when I'm in a teenager. And I was young. I was probably like 14 or 15. And I was dealing with this one guy. And we would talk. And that was actually like my first actual encounter with having sex. And it was like, because my family was so strict or whatever, he wouldn't come around often. Mm-hmm. So we literally had sex, and I didn't see him for maybe like 6 or 7 months.
Yo, that happened with me in my first.
And I'm like, in between that time, I was talking to somebody else, so I can't really, it was like puppy love, so I can't really consider that cheating.
So what's your definition of cheating?
My definition of cheating is me doing anything my significant other wouldn't want me to do with another person.
Yep.
So, in that sense, no. Like, I don't flirt. When I'm in a relationship, I don't flirt with somebody else. I don't give my number out. You won't catch me doing anything crazy. Like, anything that you feel like I'm going to be like, oh my God, she out here doing that, she got a boyfriend. You won't never see me doing that.
See, my definition of cheating is doing anything that you wouldn't want your significant other to know or find out about, or anything you wouldn't do in front of them.
Yeah,
so when it comes to giving out numbers, I give out my number. Only because, like, I'm big with, like, building, like, networking and building
okay, that's different though.
Connections, right. But I always, if I'm in a relationship, I always let it be known I am not single. I have a whole dude. And 9 times out of 10, if I can say that, he don't play about me. So I let it be known, like, don't step out of line. Because A, I will snitch and tell him. And B, if he my dude, he not going to be okay with it. So.
But all I do, you know what? When it comes to, as far as doing business, because when I first started getting into like poetry and meeting people and stuff like that, I was in a relationship. Mm-hmm. So with that, I would establish business hours. Yeah. No, I don't have an office.
Yeah.
But
don't hit me up at 2 in the morning.
Yeah, it's none of that. If you wanted me to perform at a show, then 9 to 5, that's when the time you hit me up. And I would be at work, and I would make sure I respond to my emails, make sure I respond to my text messages. Because I want to make sure that I'm. You know, this is a business thing.
Right.
You cannot hit me up at 1 o'clock in the morning. Like, yeah,
talk about, hey, what you doing?
Show. What's up with you? You sleep? No.
Yeah,
I'm going to make it known to you. Listen, this is not that type of situation where you could be hitting me up. And I would always say that to the person I was in a relationship with, because he's the one who kind of got me into doing stuff, because he was already kind of like in the entertainment industry. And I'm like, excuse me, it's called business hours. Yeah. You, somebody wants you to come sign a contract or do something. You do that shit during the day. Hit them up in the morning. The fuck you mean?
Listen, I never forget. One of the things that blew my mind, first of all, I have a business email and a business phone number. It's completely separate from my personal email, my personal phone number. And I had got business cards made. Now, this is back when I was bartending. I haven't even really gotten to like Pro Productions LLC or none of that yet. So, and I had got a business card, and I had got like a Google number, and I put that on there, and I put my business email on there. And my ex had a problem with it. Like, oh, you just giving niggas another way to hit you up. And it's like, hold on. Now, let me remind you, this is why I'm single. Well, one of the reasons why I'm single. But I'm like, hold on. First of all, I'm not answering this phone if they're hitting me up at 2 in the morning or 3 in the morning. They're going to get a text or an email back. Like you said, business hours when it's civilized time. Yeah. But he had an issue, like he had a big issue with me, like giving people a way to contact me, even though it wasn't like my personal contact.
Right. It took me a long time to give people my phone number though. I will always move through email.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I don't want you to have me hitting me up. I just feel like it's disrespectful. If I'm laying in the bed watching a movie with my man and you call him, my phone ring,
like, he gonna be like,
I'm gonna just be like, oh. Especially, you know what's bad is when it's a number that's not saved.
Saved. Oh God.
When it's a number that's not saved, because I had it happen to me plenty of times. It's a number that's not saved. I'm just looking like, who the fuck is calling your phone?
And he looking at you like, bitch, you know who the fuck that is.
That's why I'm like, no. That's why it has to be like, I'm not the type of person anymore that's going to be in a relationship, probably post a lot about who I'm with or what the case may be. But I'm definitely going to let you know there's somebody in the picture, and this is why you can contact me through email. I check my emails every day, constantly. So that's why I don't put my number on any of my social media accounts. I don't put them on my business cards, and that's about it.
this was the end of this episode, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. You know, we always do like our end of the episode routine. So,
right.
Cocktails and Convo on Facebook with 2 S's. Cocktails and Convo on Instagram with 2 S's. Cocktails and Convo on YouTube with 2 S's. Now, please know that we post clips all the time.
Right.
Our full episodes is on our YouTube. So the best way to get those is to subscribe and actually click the links when we post them.
Yes.
So links are always in our bio for past episodes. We are going to start doing deleted scenes and things like that, so you guys can start checking that out, because behind the scenes we be in our bed.
And if y'all have any topics that y'all want us to talk about, anything that y'all, any questions, we are going to start taking guests soon, I guess. But one requirement that we have is that you have to have watched the show. Even if it was only one episode, even if it was something, but you have to be a fan of the show. We can't just be like letting people on here. And y'all never watched the show before, y'all just want a little bit of camera time. It's like,
just not that.
Yeah, so
I definitely feel like with this conversation we should bring in some like people who have been married or are married. So because we've never been married.
Yeah, that's why I don't like this.
I have I have a nice amount of married friends, which is why I know how to conduct myself in a relationship. But you know, we are always open to definitely entrepreneurs. If you have a business,
more music.
We actually have music for this episode too.
Drink suggestions.
So we see y'all. Shout out to Styles and Smiles, who have been like sending people our way who does music.
Right.
And like they have their music together and they have it for us to listen to. So definitely thank you for that. Anybody who has music, not anybody. You gotta be like,
send us your music so we can kind of review it, because it has to be appropriate. And if it's not, I'm probably gonna tell you, because I'm a music person. Can't sing word for damn, but I know good music when I hear it. Right.
So do Lee. She a rapper. So if y'all rap, now that's another thing. We've been getting a lot of R&B artists. If y'all rap, you know, y'all can sing
music too.
Y'all can send that our way.
Any type of genre, whatever y'all do, we're excited to put more people on.
Definitely. So as always, thanks for watching. This is Cocktails and Convo with Purple
and Lee.
And see ya.
Big man, I see big man. Walk around hurting, looking big sad. I be walking around town with the big racks. Hit the mall, then I'm leaving with a big bag, big facts. Ay, speaking big facts, speeding in the tinted coupe, catching whiplash. Got a shorty on my side with a big bag. Sleeping nigga keep taking the big nap. Big man, ay, big man, big man. Tell me why you really big mad. Water on my wrist, splish splash.